welcome to the dating game, the game show where some gorgeous nymphette, without an ounce of sense, will win a dream date with one of our carefully computer-screened eligible hunks of machismo. Let's meet our bachelors. Bachelor number one is a gynecologist from Malibu Beach whose hobbies include weightlifting, crocodile wrestling, and collecting postcards of Sun Yat-sen. He lists his heroes as George Patton, Humphrey Bogart, and Seattle Slew. His name, Steel Saxony. Bachelor number two is a full-blooded Navajo Indian. His hobbies include basket weaving, blanket weaving, doodles and dentist weaving, and shooting white men with a bow and arrow because they did something disgusting with a forked tongue. His heroes include Sitting Bull, Tecumseh, Running Porgy, and Bess. Welcome, Quetzalcoatl Jones! Bachelor number three is an outdoorsman from the Great Northwest who enjoys the mountains and a walk through the woods. His hobbies include pedometry and washing himself in streams. He wears a size 19 shoe. Welcome, Bigfoot! Looks like one of the not Yeti for primetime players. The lovely lady will have to choose between these three eligible and anxious bachelors is a native of Muncie, Indiana. She enjoys knitting, candlelight dinners, and playing solitaire with Karen Ann Quinlan. Welcome, Babs Pettijohn. Welcome, Babs. Now, there are three eligible bachelors back there, and you're going to have to choose one of them based on their answers to your carefully pre-planned questions. Okay? All right, now it's time for each of our bachelors to say hello to Babs. Bachelor number one, say hello.
Hello, you gorgeous hunk of estrogen.
Bachelor number two.
How, squaw?
How squaw can you be?
And bachelor number three.
Him say, how you like fix me breakfast in morning, squaw?
Okay, let's get to the first question, okay? All right, you just sit right there. All right, go ahead.
Bachelor number one, describe bachelor number two.
Boy, you caught me red-handed. He looks like he'd do a hatchet job on you. Probably womp him well, but he's really just an Indian giver.
Bachelor number two, describe bachelor number three.
His feet, they're big, real big. Some call him Yeti. My people call him Sasquatch.
Big feet. Bachelor number one, if you compared yourself to any movie star, who would it be?
Well, that's simple. Bob Redford.
Bachelor number two?
Chief Dan George.
Bachelor number three?
Baloo! Him say, Desi Arnaz.
Bachelor number two, what would you do if we were trapped in a room with just a candle and a bottle of wine?
Me light bottle wine with candle, blow open heat big door.
Why?
So me get you on great plane, pretend you buffalo.
Bachelor number three, same question.
Him say, me excited. Real excited. Buffalo excited.
Bachelor number one, if your gonads were fruit, what fruit would they be?
Cassava melons.
Bachelor number two, if your gonads were fruit, What fruit would they be?
Left one, Tony Curtis. Right one, Richard Simmons.
Oh, that's gross.
Liberace?
Bachelor number 3, same question.
Him say raisins.
That's all the time we have questions for, Babs. So, based on their answers, it's time for you to pick your dream date.
Well, Bachelor number 1 sounded like he had a mustache. I hate facial hair. Bachelor number 2 sounded like a Navajo Indian. Bachelor number 3, well, I mean, everything he said was like so romantic. I mean, his words just went straight to my heart, like the drivel from those cheap romance novels. Besides, he sounds well hung. I choose Bachelor number 3.
Okay. Before we meet your dream date, Babs, let's see who you didn't choose, okay? Okay, Bachelor number 1 just inherited $80 billion and stud rights from his long-lost relative, Seattle Slew. Meet Steel Saxony. Ah, a real good sport. Okay, Bachelor number 2 used to be a woman, but gave it up when the Indians took over Alcatraz because she loved cattle. Meet Quetzalcoatl Jones. Okay, yes, sir. One of the last of them, I imagine. Bachelor number 3, your dream date. Illiterate from birth and stuck in his ways. Charter member of the Republican Party and the only known cure for herpes. Your date, Bigfoot.
Oh, his feet. Oh, they're big. Real big.
And something else that's big, Babs, is your dream date. We're going to be flying you and your date air freight to beautiful Boston, Massachusetts, right? You'll be flying air freight, and you're going to be touring all of that seaport's fish hatcheries and junkyards. Then you'll dine at an authentic Boston seafood restaurant. You'll enjoy the classic filet-o-fish at McDonald's on the pier. Then you'll be whisked back to L.A. courtesy of Sunrise Taxi Cab. How does that sound, Babs?
Sounds so romantic.
You're darn right. Okay, it's time to throw that kiss. So, 1, 2, 3, kiss. Okay. Good night.